I'm Catherine.
And I'm Krissie.
And we are travelling gleefully. And we are sweaty in Rome.
So we are actually in the Vatican City at the moment.
That's true. We aren't actually in Rome.
Well, we're in Rome, but not in Rome. It's very weird. But we are here for, I think, 4 days.
Yeah,
and we
4 days.
have a lot of sightseeing to fit into 4 days. So we are going to have a very busy few days.
And as you can see, it is hot.
Yeah, we're here in the middle of August, which is on us. This is probably the worst time to come to Italy.
Yeah. As you said last video, we have to be somewhere in August.
This is just how it worked out.
Yeah.
But we are very excited to be here and have a look around. Unfortunately, we booked our accommodation near a metro line because we were like, it'll be great, we can get around. Yeah, the metro's shut this week. So
classic.
We will be relying on buses, which so far have been okay. But we'll let you know how that goes.
Also, do you consider the Vatican City a separate country? Because Krissie and I have been collecting a postcard from every country, and Krissie thinks we should get one from the Vatican.
It's a country.
And I do not, because we're counting the amount of countries we're going to as well. I think we're at 19.
Yeah, 20 if we include the Vatican,
which
19
we do
if we
not.
don't.
I think if I said to someone we went to 20 countries and they asked me to list them and I list the Vatican, they would say, well, that doesn't count, because it doesn't count. I know it's a country, don't come for me. It's dumb. I'm not counting it in the country count, okay?
So one really cool thing, I actually learned this on TikTok about the Vatican, is you can see all these columns behind me, and there's like, I think 4 rows, so you can kind of see the columns behind the front row columns. But if we come over here to where Catherine is, she's also filming it, on this spot, all the rows for this section disappear. So you can just see only the front column, and it's so cool. There's a spot on both sides that do this. It's a really weird optical illusion.
I didn't know this.
So we've been walking around Rome a bit. We walked past Castel San Angelo.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we just went around the outside of it. And then we were like, let's find somewhere for lunch. We looked at a pizza place that had good reviews and wasn't too far. We walked there and it was shut, even though according to Google Maps, it's open until 8 p.m. And that is the 3rd place today.
4th. We've seen 3 tabaccerias.
That's true. 3 tabaccerias that were meant to be open that were shut, which ended up not being a problem because you can pay for the buses, like with your card.
Oh well, we'll find something eventually.
Yeah, fingers crossed for us that we find lunch soon.
All right, we found lunch, as you saw.
Took a while though. We went to 2 other places that were
both
also
shut.
So we are now no longer trusting Google Maps.
We
while
are
we're
not.
here.
But today is a hugely momentous day. Before we left, Krissie and I got new shoes, like brand new from Frankie 4, because we needed like them to last as long as possible. Krissie,
I have had to get new shoes again.
She's like outworn
I'm literally wearing
the new
Catherine's,
shoes.
I'm wearing Catherine's spare shoes at the moment because mine were so far gone
Yeah.
that they were not wearable anymore.
We have done about almost 4 million steps
3.5 million steps.
in those shoes, so that's pretty good. Mine is still going pretty strong. Krissie's was like the sole came off. There's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, you know when like the front like flops down, but also they were like wearing through on the heels.
Yeah, there was like glue couldn't have fixed it because there was so many other problems. Mine are going okay, but yeah, we got new shoes.
Got new shoes.
This is exciting. It's dessert time. Krissie has got an interesting gelato choice. We've seen this everywhere, just never tried it till today.
So I've got just strawberry on this side, but this side is rock melon or cantaloupe.
Yeah.
It tastes exactly like I'm eating a rock melon.
Exactly like you're eating a rock melon. It's weird. I don't know if it's like, it should be gelatoed, you know?
It is odd, but it's tasty.
And I got a strawberry tiramisu, which, unlike me, I don't like tiramisu. But I know Rome is famous for it, and it's a strawberry flavoured one. And I don't hate tiramisu enough to not try it when it's Rome's specialty, so I'll let you know. I smashed that. It was really yummy. It was like more like a trifle than a tiramisu. Like the coffee was like barely there, which is my ideal tiramisu. So very nice. If you want a good tiramisu, go to Pompey. I think it's a chain.
Had good gelato as well.
Yeah, recommend. Oh my god, guys, we're at the famous steps from Lizzie McGuire.
We tried to watch the Lizzie McGuire movie last night,
Obviously.
but our internet cut out halfway through. But that's alright, because I've got it downloaded into my brain.
Yeah, and we'll finish it tonight. It'll be
Yeah. But obviously we have to find all the Lizzie McGuire places. And this is the Spanish Steps. So Hilary Duff was here like 20 years ago.
I expected it to be a lot busier. It's like weirdly quiet. I think because in front of us is the shade and everyone is there. I think it's just too hot.
Yeah, it is really hot.
I don't know
but
if you've said yet, but it's 35. I think it feels hotter than that.
Yeah.
It's like nearing 40.
It's a bit warm.
But
It is a little
It's
warm.
worth it.
Yeah.
And
We
we'll
don't-
go back to aircon soon.
Yeah. We don't love that the ground in Rome is just
Yeah,
like
black
tiles.
No shade.
It's
no,
hot.
Yeah, no relief, but that's okay. We do duck into shops every now and then and use their aircon.
Yeah. Fun fact, as we struggle to walk up these there's not even that many stairs.
It's just hot.
We were wondering why the Spanish Steps are called the Spanish Steps, because obviously we're not in Spain. We didn't know what made them Spanish. But in the 17th or 18th century, I think it was, when they were built, the Spanish embassy was down the bottom of them.
Yeah, and funnily enough, it was actually commissioned to be built by the French.
Yeah.
So
It could also be the French Steps
Yeah.
or the Roman Steps, but it is the Spanish Steps.
and the embassy's no longer there, so now it's just
Just the
making
steps.
sense.
Here are my new, shiny, very bright white, hopefully they'll fade a little bit, shoes. And here's what they're replacing. So this kept getting caught whenever I walked. And this one, that's almost like worn through to the inside of the shoe. So it was needed. These are gonna go a long way. Good morning.
Morning.
It is a very exciting day today. We are going to the Colosseum this morning,
Yay.
which I have been wanting to do for so many years, which Catherine's already done before, but that's okay.
It's okay, we'll do it again.
So we booked these tickets maybe like a month ago,
Exactly
I think.
a month ago.
Yeah, because they come out a month in advance and we didn't want to miss out. And we have managed to choose the hottest day of while we're here.
Well, it's all hot, so
It's
doesn't
all
really
hot,
matter.
but there's a yellow warning for extreme heat today. But that's okay because we have like 3 liters of water each.
We do. We're
and
ready.
We are prepared. But yeah, so we're going to the Colosseum and then we're going to go to the Roman Forum as well.
It's like one ticket.
And yeah, and then to Palatine Hill, I
Yeah.
think is what it's called. Which yeah, is all one ticket. And it was only like 19 euros each,
it
I
wasn't
think.
too bad.
Which was not bad. There she is. It's really crazy. We've had this experience a few times, but just like we're just like next to the Colosseum. Like I felt the same when we saw the Eiffel Tower. I was like, this is so surreal.
I know, and it's really weird because we just like walked from our place here, and it's like we could see it down the end of the street.
Yeah,
We're just like, oh, that's the Colosseum, like at the end of the street.
it's
Like,
so cool.
That's so weird.
It's so cool so far, just like wandering around and reading all the information. But I think the coolest thing was the thing we just saw, which I'll put in here, which was like old like dice and like board games and things that spectators used to play in the
And like
sands.
seeds and like
Fruit
bits from
seeds
their
and yeah,
fruits
and
that
like
they used to
chicken
eat.
bones.
Very cool. It must
So
be
cool.
So old.
Okay, some fun facts we've learned so
From
far.
like reading the things, but also listening into tour guides.
Yeah, we had one thing on a tour guide. But from the information, like, neither of us knew, I don't know if this is common knowledge, neither of us knew that the Colosseum was ever used for anything other than like
Literally.
shows.
I thought it was only like gladiator shows.
Yeah, but once that stopped in, like, I think it was 523 was the last one, people moved in and built houses. There was like, it became a botanic garden at one point.
Like someone turned it into a castle.
Yeah,
like,
there was plans to build a church inside it, but that was never actually built.
it's crazy.
But yeah, we had no
It's
idea.
had so many different lives.
Which is so cool. And the fun fact that we learnt from a tour guide who brought her entire group right next to us, so we felt we were, allowed to listen, was that, so obviously there's no floor on the Colosseum at the moment, but there used to be like a wooden floor covered in sand. And the Latin word for sand is harina, which I'll put it here. But it's arena. That's where we get the word arena from.
So cool.
Is like the Latin word for sand, because that's what was used as the floor of the arena, which we thought was very interesting. Is the sheer number of scams
It's like
around
we're back
the area.
in Paris, literally. I mean, we knew like Rome was a big one, but God, they're everywhere.
Yeah, so they're like, if you're going to go to the Colosseum, you need to buy a ticket online. From when COVID started, the actual like ticket desks there are shut. You have to buy your ticket online. Do not buy them from the men standing outside the Colosseum saying, "Do you need a ticket?" Because they are not valid tickets. So just keep an eye out.
Also, the amount of people like shoving cold water into your face, bracelets, hats. If you aren't wearing a hat, they will try and put one on you.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I've seen it happen to like 4 people already. They will literally come by and just go.
Yeah, and then they'll try and make you pay for it. But it's a lot. It's like, we knew it was going to be bad, but it's honestly worse than Paris, I think. But we were in Paris in the low season.
It's true.
But yeah, it's insane. So just
be aware.
Like, be aware and be smart and just ignore everyone.
Ignore everyone. I don't care if they say they work there, they have tickets. Like, when we walked into the Vatican yesterday, we had people try and stop us. Like, do you have tickets? And I'm like,
You don't need a ticket.
Yeah, I know we can walk in for free, so leave me alone.
It's crazy. We've made it to the Trevi Fountain behind us, and so has literally everyone else in Rome.
It's not on, but we don't actually know when it is on, so
yeah, that's right. It's very beautiful.
it is.
Alright, it's technically not gelato day, but we've got gelato anyway.
It also is because I got tiramisu yesterday.
I got gelato yesterday.
Also, we're in the area of the ice cream shop I've been wanting to go to since I knew we were coming.
Colosseum.
Also, excuse how my hat looks. I've got a bun and I just had to put it back on so I could hold this.
So this place is called Giolitti. It's famous. I think it's like one of the oldest gelato shops in Rome. It's also very popular. But there's no line today, which is good. It's like half ice cream, half like food. So you can also sit in, which is cool.
Yeah.
But
We've
these
got
are
some fun
amazing,
flavours.
by the way. Yeah.
Peach and watermelon.
Ooh, we're leaking, dripping. Pineapple, ice cream, not sorbet, interestingly, and Oreo, and then they just put a bit of whipped cream on top.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Alright, we've made it to the Roman Forum, which unfortunately, if you know anything about the Roman Forum, does not have any shade.
No, we've made our own.
Yeah, we've got the umbrella out. We're gonna explore around here for a bit and then head up to Palatine Hill.
I'm not sure if we said earlier, but this is all included on the Colosseum ticket.
Yeah.
So the Colosseum is like timed entry, but these is just any time within the 24 hours after you like did the Colosseum. So
there's like a few different levels. I think you can get a ticket that's just the Colosseum, and then you can also get one that's got more stuff included. That's like a 72 hour or 48 hour or something. But we'd heard this was the best one for what we wanted to do. have made it up onto Palatine Hill.
It's 38 degrees.
It is warm. You know how we said this morning that we both had like almost 3 litres of water?
Yeah.
We're like running out.
2 litres down. That's okay.
That's all right. We've only got, well, we're all we need to do now
stop
is
of the day.
walk back.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because from up here you can see the Colosseum over here.
It's so cool.
I learned a little while ago, but like not that long ago, that the Colosseum, like growing up, I just thought it was built like that. I thought it was built with only the like outer ring going part way around. But that is not the case. It was destroyed. Well, it was partially like damaged in an earthquake in like the 400s, I think it said. And then
It's a couple of earthquakes.
yeah, and then from there it was just like intentionally dismantled because they needed the stone for other things. But that's fun. So it's not actually meant to look like that, but it's a pretty cool view from up here.
It
then like
is.
down onto the forum. I don't know what you can actually see because it's so bright that I can't see my screen. I just hope you can see what I'm trying to show you.
It's really cool.
Alright, we're having a little break in the shade, which is so nice. But we realised that we didn't actually ever say what the Roman Forum was, and we didn't know until recently, so I imagine other people maybe don't know. But it was like an old, like it was basically the city centre of ancient Rome. So it had like political buildings, government buildings, markets, like all kinds of stuff going on. And then so what's left is just kind of the ruins of those buildings, which is really cool. It's cool to like, especially up here, you can see it from above. And so you can kind of see the like layout with like where the buildings were and where the streets are and everything. It is day 3 in Rome.
Yes, it is. It's getting hotter.
It is just, yeah, it's literally just getting hotter every day. We spent the morning in doing our laundry.
It was so good.
It was definitely needed. But that's one of the downfalls of full-time travel is you have to waste like a half day every few weeks.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It was kind of nice to stay inside in the air conditioning.
Not the worst day to do laundry, honestly.
No. But now we are going to go for a walk through a huge park that's got a lot of historical things in it. Hopefully it's not too hot and we can find some shade on the walk. All right, we've made it after a very long walk across the park.
Yes.
But we are at Via Appia Antica, which is like one of the oldest roads in ancient Rome. It's like 2,300 years old.
Yeah, and there's lots of like
crazy
ruins and stuff along the road.
Yeah.
We won't walk the whole way.
No.
I don't know how long it is.
The section through this park is like 18 kilometers or
Yeah.
something. So like, we're just going to walk along a bit of it and check out what's along the way. But it's kind of cool. So we're actually technically not on it at the moment. We're like on a little offshoot. It's just over to the side. But it's still in use. Like they've built a new version of it, which is like the main road. But like the old one, you can still drive along, which is so cool. Just like driving along a 2,000-year-old road. But we're gonna walk along part of it and hopefully find some interesting stuff. All right, we ended up walking along maybe a kilometre, a bit more.
Yeah, kilometre and a half.
Of the road, and it was really cool. It had like, there were a lot of like ruins along the side of it.
And like there was a cool villa and like a little castle-y thing. It was cool.
Yeah.
There are also 2 catacombs.
Yeah, so there's 2 sets of catacombs. They're 10 euros each, so we didn't do either of them. But they are there if you want to.
It is a really cool road. I feel like if you have time and it's easy enough to get to, like it was kind of easy for us, but only because we're staying
not that far.
Not that far away. But if you have the time, it's cool to see something old and Roman that isn't like in the main city.
Yeah, it was really cool. So thank you, Mum and Dad, for the rec.
Hello from our last full day in Italy.
Good morning. We came out this morning for a bit of a walk around some cool areas. We went to a market this morning. Testaccio is my best guess at pronunciation. Which was cool, except it was only like a third open because we did not know that in the middle of August, like every Italian just goes on holidays.
Yeah, I
and
wish
shuts their shop.
I wish someone had told us. I mean, it wouldn't really have changed our trip, but like we didn't know. But yeah, Italy just like goes on holiday in the middle of August to the end of August. So if you can, maybe wait until start of September, because there's just a lot of shops and markets and stuff that are shut. But that's okay.
Yeah,
there were some shops open.
That's why we had issues the other day when we were trying to find lunch. We didn't realise it at the time, but yeah, everyone's just on holiday.
Yeah, and like tabaccerias to get bus tickets, pharmacies, everything's shut.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are currently off to an area called Travester, something like that, that my parents recommended we walk around. So we're going to go for a nice walk there, probably get some lunch, and then head back up to the Trevi Fountain sort of area. So we found a cute restaurant to sit in, and it's like so Italian. We're in a little courtyard. We have a little bucket of bread. We've got like the classic Italian like little tablecloth, and it's very cute. We're getting almost the exact meal we had just before we left Venice. Krissie's getting pesto and I'm getting lasagna, and we're so excited. It looks so good. That was like genuinely one of the best meals we've ever had.
It was so good.
Oh my God.
It was this place, Casetta di Trastevere.
Yeah, which is the area we're in. And we just sat in this little courtyard. Like, look at that.
It was so good.
On.
And the food was really good. And it's relatively cheap.
That was pretty cheap.
25 euros for both of us for lunch.
And the service charge. But free bread.
Yeah. So like, for Rome, that's a pretty good meal price.
It was delicious.
It was
and
so
we've
good.
accidentally started a tradition of us having pesto and lasagna on our last day in Italy. So that's cute. We have to continue that.
Yeah, now every time we come to Italy, pesto and lasagna on the last day.
Oh, so yummy.
While we sit here and re-sunscreen, I just want everyone to know that I ended up winning the battle and we got a Vatican postcard.
Only because the Instagram poll was like 92% Krissie.
Yeah, I think it was... I ended up with 21 votes saying yes, get a postcard, and Catherine ended up with 2 saying no, it's not worth it.
But one of them was Mum, so unless you accidentally clicked no, thanks Mum.
We're just wandering around the area, and we just popped into the Basilica of Santa Maria, which is one of the most beautiful churches I think we've been in on this trip.
Really pretty, like the
very unexpected.
Yeah,
because the outside is not. I mean, the
There's
outside's fine, but
outside, but it doesn't really show what's on the inside.
Yeah, and it's free, which is nice. And also in this weather, we've actually loved finding churches.
Yes,
because a lot of them are free to go into. And even without aircon, they are just a lot cooler than the outside.
10 degrees cooler and you can just sit. It's lovely.
But that one was actually probably worth going to.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like gold leaf and like paintings and frescoes and stuff in it.
That's very cool.
Very nice. She's on.
It's working.
It is so hot, but we are back at Giolitti's.
Catherine
needs to eat quickly because hers is melting.
Yep.
She got raspberry and orange, and I got strawberry and lemon.
So good.
And honestly, the berry and citrus combination, good shout on a hot day.
Okay, it is time to finish this video because we are off to Greece tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. It's our first new country other than the Vatican in a long while. But we hope you enjoyed our Rome video. We certainly had a good time wandering around. We hope to come back one time when it's not
as hot,
40 degrees.
Yeah, but no, it's been beautiful.
Yeah, it's such a cool city to walk around. Like there's so many incredible things.
It's like just the most amazing thing. Like we are a 20-minute walk from this. Like how?
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's
and
so
everywhere
cool.
you look, it's like, how old is that? Oh, 1,000 years old. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we're gonna leave this video here. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed.
Yes. Give us a like and a subscribe and a comment. And you can follow us on Instagram as well.
Yeah. And I think that's all for now. We are so sad to say goodbye to Italy.
We are.
but we're so excited to go to some new countries soon. So we will see you in Greece. Bye.
See you then. Bye.